Hi everybody, hope you're getting out in nature, hugging a tree, listening to a bird, just planting your feet in the grass and the earth and becoming one with nature today. Today's reading is for people that have recently lost their pet. You can call them your pet. I never called Karma my pet, but she was my best friend. But some people think of them as their children. Some people think of them as their best friend, their brother, their sister. Doesn't matter what title you've put on it. Today obviously is a day that you're meant to hear a message, find some clarity, find some peace, and hopefully it resonates with you. So I basically pulled in all of my decks that have anything to do with animals, so we could just really connect with animal spirit and try to have some cohesiveness in this reading. So hopefully you enjoy it. I put the decks in the background there so you can see which ones I've used. The Spirit Song Tarot actually uses different modalities. So like instead of cups, it's shells. So I do need to refer to the book once in a while for this one, just because it has different messages. But for the most part, we have normal tarot, and then we have the medicine oracle. So a good variety here, and it's looking like a very, very beautiful message coming through. So anyway, we'd like to start with the past, present, and future. Here are some obstacles, things that we need to overcome in order for our present to immediate future outcome. And then here's our final outcome. So we start with the Badger from the medicine cards. So I found this kind of interesting that it would be the Badger for the very first card, which represents past. This would be your immediate past. And remember, this is in relation to losing a pet, loved one. The Badger represents extreme anger and aggressiveness. It has a very charging energy to it, aggressive energy, very, very aggressive, probably more so than any other plant in the whole medicine, or any other animal than the whole medicine card deck. So this I can totally relate to, and I'm sure you can too if you've recently lost a loved one. We're experiencing some intense anger right now because our world has been turned upside down, and we need to find some kind of healthy outlet for that anger. It looks like this is on the like we have just gotten past this, but this might help us be able to understand where all that was coming from and understand that that's all part of the grieving process. So I thought that was very interesting. I know that the energy is here with the cards today. I can feel it very strongly, which is why I felt compelled to hurry and record this while we still had the beauty and the fulfillment of spirit here. So then we go into the present day, which is the Eagle, which just happens to be the number one card of the medicine card deck. Eagle represents, in many ways, connecting with Great Spirit. And when we connect with Great Spirit and the higher realms, we can kind of get an overall picture of what was going on in the past, what is to come forward, what's going on right now, and we can just have a little more peace and clarity. I feel like that's where we're at right now at this time, and in our grieving process. I feel like if this comes up, this means that we are definitely on the right track to healing and connecting with Great Spirit and our inner spirit, as well as our intuition. So I find this a very comforting, peaceful card to come up in this reading, because to me, this lets me know I'm on the right track. And that if this would have been in the present, the Badger, I would be a little more concerned, because we haven't gone past this stage. But this is the beauty of this stage in the present moment. So I find that very beautiful. And maybe if you connect with eagles in some way, an eagle has always represented my mother, whom karma came to me on the 2-year anniversary of my mother's passing. So this is a very powerful message for me, but I know by far that this is meant for many, many, many people. So I'm hoping that you're finding some connection and resonation with it. So then we go into the future, and it happens to be the salmon card, which ironically, the salmon represents the circle of life. So it's basically the whole picture of the grieving process, and that this is the cycle of life. Salmon also represents high intuition. The salmon instinctively will go against the grain of the river and overcome extreme obstacles, all based on intuition of where they need to return in their cycle. So it's kind of a beautiful card for the future, because it's showing that we really have to let go of our loved ones, just as everyone has to let go, because it's the cycle of life. It's the circle of life. It's the full circle. So it's a very peaceful, beautiful message. But what is even more powerful is that this shows that we need to be strong with our intuition, and this intuition then is going to lead us into what our obstacles possibly are for our present to future healing. So here we have the White Sage Tarot deck, which has animals. Very, very beautiful artwork. I'm very impressed. I love this deck. I instantly connected with this deck when I got it, and it's just, I love it. So we have for our obstacles, we have the Two of Pentacles. And to me, do you see that infinity symbol? It actually isn't part of anything that the deck talks about, or anything that represents the Two of Pentacles. But to me, I find that beautiful that the infinity symbol comes up in a reading regarding our passed on pets. You know what I mean? So it's kind of cool. So we have the other obstacle is the Devil card, which happens to be a snake, because that's one of the animals here. So with these coming up right here, this tells me that there's a something on the horizon that all of this energy can be channeled towards. It's a type of freedom almost, but a focus at the same time. But I feel like with this card coming up, we can't get past, we have to get past all of that burden of sadness in order for this abundance to come forward for the new beginning, because we have to admit first, all of us, that there is a new beginning after we've lost our loved one like this. So once we've come to terms with having a completely different life now that our best friend is gone, Spirit is telling us there's something really big that can come of this, but we've got to get past this. There's something, we have to let go and realize that this full circle of life here, once we can come to peace with that, then we can come into some abundance and possibly a new project. But these are the obstacles that we're going to have to kind of get out of our own way, basically, is what this is. It's not even any outside influences here. This is definitely us. It's like we're blocking ourselves. It's not even like, you know, a King of Swords came in or anything and said, oh yeah, you got someone coming your way, but this is definitely us. And we have got to get over this sadness and the deep despair in order to pursue. And the reason I feel that so strongly is because of these cards, which is the present and immediate future. And this all says abundance and prosperity and new project and everything. So that's how I know that this is what we have to get through. And you might have your own personal resonance with the tarot and the devil card, and that might even give you some more influence and ideas as to what is happening in your life. Okay, so now we go to the present situation, which is the Three of Crystals. I love the artwork in these. This is the Spirit Song Tarot. Absolutely beautiful. I just can't get over it. So the Three of Crystals actually is the three of, excuse me. So the shells, that's why I have my book here, because the shells I know are the cups and the crystals are just a second. The shells are the cups and the crystals are the pentacles. So we've got the Two of Pentacles here. So we've got some abundance. Like between this is where the abundance flows. You've got your obstacles. If you can have this abundance coming through, the Three of Pentacles, and it's the honeybee, and it's all about collaboration and productivity. So and if you notice deep in here, I'm not sure, let's see how close I can get. You'll see that infinity symbol is right there. So here we have the connection here of this infinity symbol letting us know that this is all part of the plan. This is all part of our infinity plan. But this honeybee, this project that you're about to come upon or work on and put some energy into, because you're fulfilling your grieving process, you've come to peace with things, you're going to overcome a couple of these obstacles so you can begin this process, which is this is very positive. And but this says not to do it alone. The honeybee works with a big, large team. And so you're going to have to concentrate on some collaboration, be real productive, and then maybe the collaboration will just come to you. But you cannot tackle this new endeavor, whatever it is, by yourself. It's not an alone project. So it might involve, getting another pet, getting another animal, working with animals, something that has to do with healing of your situation. So this is a very, very positive card. So then we go into the Page of Shells, which is actually the Page of Cups. Let me show you this. It's so pretty. Let's see. Page of Cups, Page of Shells. And so now we've got some water elements going on here. This is all about intuition and inspiration. So this is a very inspirational message to go with this. This is all very, very positive. It's collaboration. It's like a new endeavor. It's like a total new something that you're passionate and feel a lot of love for. So hopefully you'll use your intuition, you know, to kind of guide where this is going to go with your collaboration, your production of what you're going to do. And then we have the Queen of Shells, which is actually a seal there, and which is more water. So we have lots of water elements going on here, which is full of feeling and emotion and peace, lots of peace. So even this card says peace and compassion. It's like somehow, if you look at it, we have gone from a very, very angry state, very full of despair and aggressiveness, to probably one of the most peaceful cards, at least in the Spirit Song deck, that you can get. And it's the Queen of Cups, which, if you know, the Queen of Cups in the tarot is very loving and very giving and a very beautiful soul, with the exception of when she's like this. And it doesn't happen very often, but occasionally this is very strong in her. So to have this come up in the ending is almost with the infinity symbol, kind of connects with our beginning. Almost this whole thing is almost like a full circle. So this right here, our present to immediate future project, endeavor, whatever it is we're about to embark on, is extremely positive and peaceful. Lots of love and healing, and it's not even about healing from this, it's about healing and sharing the healing. So this is a very beautiful message, extremely beautiful. So now what I find is just more incredibly beautiful is our final outcome card is the Ten of Cups. Now, the Ten of Cups is all about a deep, deep love, like a love that is deeper than a love at first sight type thing. It's a deep love connection and full of love spirit. Now, if you'll notice the rainbow on this card, which this is from the Universal Way card, I don't know how many of you are familiar with the Rainbow Bridge, that I was not familiar with until I lost karma. And people would tell me, well, and maybe one day I'll read the poem and put it on a video, but I encourage you to look it up. It's the Rainbow Bridge poem about a pet that is waiting for you at the Rainbow Bridge. And we'll see you there. And I just think it's very beautiful that this is the outcome card for us that have lost our loved one, because it's a rainbow. It's just very beautiful. The whole message is very beautiful. I hope you have received something from this. I hope that it has resonated with you. I find it extremely powerful, and it's taken me this long before I could record it because I think that you will connect with it very well. So, thank you for all spirit guides that came to visit us and help us with some clarity in this reading. And for now, peace out.